Alright, so on the left-hand side, we have Sedgehun playing Tenri versus Samtaro, aka Sigrid, playing Tenri as well. So we've actually been seeing quite a few people picking Tenri, and I think
Yeah,
that's it's partly due to bans, but it's also she seems quite good. Don't know how
it's
much
kind of
experience she
funny
has.
because like last group of war, I think not enough people were picking Tenri.
I guess she's like in that area where she's still really strong, but isn't at the top, and also has quite a high skill ceiling. Like you need to be able to survive to the point where you get that slow groove, and then have a setup where you can potentially just end the game with it. A lot of
Mm.
the time, people will die before they can get their slow charge out.
All right, forgot to put my animations on regular speed so I'll watch through the stream.
Okay.
I'm looking at these openings. They're both. I mean, Sigurd is having a little more of a passive opening, I find, and I didn't see any of them rushing Thief.
Yeah, they just seem to be mostly content with swords and dogs. Honestly, right now, there's some knights coming out. Yeah, there's one mage in the south, so in case some air comes out that threatens, and I guess it like makes the commander. Like, dropping a mage heal on a commander is so good. Like it's
I'm
actually so
really,
worthwhile.
I'm really not a fan of early mage to like go with Tenri though.
How come?
'Cause like early on a mage doesn't do that much unless commanders fight each other, and like you get so much more value out of a knight on this map, and it has more like place for Tenri later on. And I feel like you can, if you ever need an emergency mage, you can always like wagon mage or something, or you can even like go for a witch. I feel like these are better units to go with along with Tenri. And like as a result, you can see that kind of Sigrid has been investing units mostly the north side of the map, and can't really afford to be aggressive down there because of that. Whereas Sedgehun has
This is
is
an
being
army of
aggressive,
dogs.
and it's really, I think it's really the knight that makes the difference.
Oh, and here we go. The Sigurd's attacking in and actually doing pretty well. And quite a lot of damage. Ooh, he's going to injure this mage. That's actually really strong because that dragon was potentially about to take a lot of damage. And Sigrid's being really aggressive, even throwing down a mage shield on some dogs just to give them a bit more staying power.
Mm, I think it's pretty good, especially in combination with that witch hex, because it means dog crits don't won't kill your dogs anymore.
And we see that there, that mage shield actually, meaning that that sword has to then be spent hitting a dog. Keeps that dog alive. And ooh, attacking into a dog crit with your own dog, resulting in quite a lot of counter attack damage coming down there.
It's always funny to see a dog crit on your enemy's face.
This is, oh wow, that's a big hex. There's so many dogs up here.
Yeah, but I think Sedgehun is in a very good spot because they're fighting on his like 2 rack side, and his knight south is basically keeping the entire south front in check for now.
Yeah, that's true. There's not really much down there that can really deal with that knight. I guess like a spear down there would have helped a lot.
I mean, I guess at some point we'll see Sigrid like just throw swords into the knight to like try to fight it off, but it's not gonna be very uh practical, I guess. Especially if Sedgehun like brings a few units down.
Ooh, this big counterattack on the north doing a ton of damage.
Yep.
The dogs going down.
Exposing the mage is fine because you have another one and a witch. And Tenri doesn't have groove yet. While Sedgehun does have groove, so he can afford like some more flexibility in these kind of like more macro plays.
And that witch hex, I'm not entirely sure about it.
I'm wondering if actually no, maybe he was gonna do something with the balloons, so he wanted to hex the mage.
I'm really interested as to why there wasn't a hit coming down on the dragon. One of the mages was in range of it. I guess, or maybe this was the worry. That's a lot of damage coming down.
Yeah. Maybe he was worried about lethal.
Ripple mage heal down on the knight to get that knight crit. Oh, quadruple! Wow, just healing that knight as far up as it will go. Oh, and even sets up an extra knight crit. And here we go. One knight crit comes down, another knight crit.
Two knight crits, dragon. So should be enough. That gets the kill with the dog.
Yeah, that was a big brain Tenri play at the end there. Damn.
Yeah, Tenri could not step up to get groove. That's like very in this match in the Tenri mirror. I think the first one to get groove has a very good window to exploit the lead because the opponent won't it gets that much harder to step up to farm groove once the opponent has groove up. So very well played.
Yeah, and I guess that's why the actually I don't know if it mattered because yeah, like the mage, hit the enemy mage, but all that came into play on that factor was like that mage was used to drop a heal. So and
well, he didn't use the dragon either, so
yeah. So I guess it didn't really matter either way at that point.
Yep. Maybe he just didn't see he could hit the dragon or something.
Yeah. Tenri,
well.
That was a very vulnerable position to put Tenri in, so.
Yeah. You're also like in a forest next to a beach. We didn't see any like lethals because he had way overkill, but that's very aggressive.
Yeah, I mean at the end we see like the unit score, right? It's like Sigurd actually had the advantage, but so much of that was because of those suicides at the end.
Curious to see if if Samtaro or Sigurd is gonna adapt game 2, because I feel like Sedgehun kind of ran the south with like one knight.
Yeah, like having a spear down there would have helped a lot, just to zone the knight out. Allow the other units to take villages. So yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, we didn't see thieves either, so
that's true.
we see them in the next game. So I guess we should just jump into that.